So if we just take a look at VECHAIN on the daily time frame here, you can see obviously yesterday, as I've said in all my videos, we did see that big drop in Bitcoin about a potential ETF rejection. Obviously when we have these kinds of news events in the market, we do see Bitcoin usually reacting quite strongly, and we saw VECHAIN here after, you know, coming up and, to be fair, being at a consolidation resistance phase of this local parabolic trend that we've seen for it. We've basically had a little bit of a drop here. We've come down and dropped into that previous resistance as support by the looks of things. You can see we dropped all the way down to around 2.9 cents there, and then wicked all the way back up to 3.2 cents today. And if you look at the chart here and look across, you can see this is that previous level of range high resistance flipped into support right now, and I think this was a nice back test to have. I did say it in yesterday's video, this was a potential as well before we saw the market drop for VECHAIN. I said if we did roll to the downside, we'd be looking for a nice back test of this area, and looking like we are closing quite bullish right now in terms of, you know, you're just getting that nice even keel of movement to the upside, and having a little bit of a pullback is always good in my opinion after such a parabolic move. You can see we've been basically making higher highs and higher lows for a good while here, but we've been getting quite bullish and quite parabolic in recent weeks for VECHAIN. You can see obviously we're down at that 1.5 cent range low. We came all the way up, smashed the range high completely, got up to a swing high of around 3.9, almost 3.9 cents there, close to that overall bear market resistance I've been saying needs to be tested for a good while here. And now you can see essentially what's happened is we've come down, we've back tested that previous breakout, well, the breakout of that previous range high resistance at around 3.2 cents. We've been consolidating for ages, haven't we? Ages and ages down here. Obviously resistance, resistance, support, resistance, support, support, and now we've come up, broke resistance, and now hopefully it'll be a break and a retest and a continuation hopefully. So as you can see here in this local area, we are basically having a little bit of a cool off after such a parabolic move, although you could argue that really this could just be, you know, the little pullback that we see in that parabolic move before the next jump to the upside for altcoins. Bitcoin right now is doing fine, it's at around 43k, just had a little pullback in its local area, and VECHAIN right now really is just sitting here and waiting to see what happens next with the wider market. Obviously for the most part cryptos just follow Bitcoin, but I do think, you know, over the next year or so we are going to see a nice decoupling for these altcoins in altcoin seasons from Bitcoin, and we will see some more nice pumps, and I think VECHAIN will definitely be included in that. So if we're just looking at this in terms of the macro perspective, things looking really good. I think obviously the previous bull market was massive, big huge bear market consolidate, and now we're just starting to see that just starting to get there now, that break and back retest and continuation I think of the bull market for VECHAIN. So overall my targets now, if we roll back inside this range, obviously heading down to around 2.7 cents at that 0.23 Fibonacci is going to be the next target. And for me, the target to the upside is this bear market resistance at 4 cents, breaking through it, and then getting through this area of resistance and structure here, heading up towards 5 cents is where we need to be. So